Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it, y'all. Poverty is evil and strictly comes from Satan himself because God put you here that you may live life abundantly. Let's get right into it. Poverty is evil and you shouldn't want it in your life at all. All right. You shouldn't want to be experiencing poverty at all. All right. People will say that money is evil, but money is just a substance. All right. Money is just paper dollars. Money can't do any. If you could put a block of money on the table right now, and if you can, God bless you. Okay. That's for me. If you could put a block of money on the table right now, all right, it won't do no harm to nobody. It'll just sit there. All right. And everybody will just be drooling over it. Tell me I'm lying. All right. But all right, the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, but we all know that the lack of money is the root of all evil. All right, people will lack money and people will do so many terrible, horrible, heinous things to get it. All right, people who lack money, those are all the people out there committing heinous crimes. People who lack money. All right, people who think that money is evil. All right, you got the game messed up. You throw salt in the game, okay? Money can't do anything to anybody but make you more of what you already are. Money can't do anything to anybody but make you more of what you already are. All right? And he who does not love money is not going to be able to experience having it. He or she that doesn't love money will not get to experience it, having it. All right. When you work and you slave all week, all right, and you done been told what to do by your boss, and you almost done hit him upside the head. All right, you done had to ignore them annoying coworkers that you done wanted to knock out and put in a dirt flower bed. Okay, you done had to drive to work every week. All right, you done had to ride your bike. You done had to walk. Some of us have to walk to work. All right, your feet hurting. Them dogs is hurting. All right, what do you need at the end of the week? Some money to go get you a little Swedish feet rub on them hoofers. All right, that's what you really need. But anyway, back to what we're saying. All right, you done had to endure. All right, you done had to endure, and you done had to commit those chores. All right, for what? For so much more. All right, we have to work for money. All right, but we love at the end of the week, Friday. We love when it's Friday, or we love any payday. We love any day of the week when that money go ka-king. All right, when you get that ka-king. All right, it's like when you were a kid and playing Mario. You may not quite understand it or understood it yet, but whoop 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 whoop, ring bing bing bing. That's how it feels when you get paid. Bing 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 bing. All them wouldn't you love to get more than one check? Imagine getting paid 2 checks every Friday. You be how you doing today? Hey, you see it? You see it? I know you see it. Poverty is evil. It's evil. Not having the money for what you need is evil. All right. Not being able to go out and have new experiences and go out to eat places that you really want. Oh man, that commercial looked good. All right, that's evil. They putting it all in your face. You ain't even got the money to go to the place. That's evil. That's evil, man. If some, just like that movie with Denzel Washington, all right, when his son needed a new heart. All right, tell fathers, where you at? Dads, where you at? And most importantly, moms, where you at? All right, there's some moms that are what? I know how you loving mothers feel about your children. All right, not only would a father do that, but if let a mother get up in there, all right, she might actually shoot somebody. Denzel Washington, he had the rabbit had the gun, all right, but he was just having his fun. Just let a woman get that gun. Pow! Help my son. Whoa, you ain't have to shoot nobody. But anyway, all right, poverty is evil, man. That man didn't have enough money. He needed like what? He needed a certain amount of money. All right, he was willing to risk it all and go to jail so that way his son could get the operation that he needed. Tell me that there's some fathers out there that wouldn't do that for their son right now. All right, I know I know all the loving parents watch my channel. I know it. I know it. I know if you are a parent and you watching my channel, you love your babies. All right, I could feel the love. It's so much love. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Dun 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 dun. Boom 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 boom. All right, don't let me get started on my Michael now, okay? Done. I ain't talking about when Obama called Michelle Michael. My Michael, I mean Michelle. Anyway, all right, don't get me started on my Michael now, okay? But yo, I can feel the love, man. I know it's a lot of parents out here that would do anything for their. I would do anything for you. All right. I know there's a lot of parents out there that would do anything. All right. They would go to the ends of the earth to make sure their child had what they needed. And that's why is, poverty is the root of all evil, y'all. Poverty is the root of all evil, man. Poverty is the root of all evil. Lack of money is the root of all evil. All right, lack of money is the root of all evil. People who lack money will commit heinous crimes. They'll go out and rob people. They'll hurt people, hold you up hostage, God forbid. All right, not us, not the GCVs. Okay, they better watch out. All right, but anyway, God forbid, the angels gonna come and. But anyway, we ain't even gonna get into that because we don't picture that, see that, feel that, none of that. All right, we rebuke that. But poverty is the root of all evil. Lack of money is it's the lack of money that's the root of all evil. People who lack money, they can't provide for themselves. All right, there's somebody out there, unfortunately, that is waiting on somebody to come and bless them with some food, waiting on somebody to come bless them and pay for them so they can have a night stay someplace, waiting for somebody to come bless them so they can find some clothes, some shoes, some pants, something. There's somebody out there that doesn't have anything right now, and why that person doesn't have anything is because of poverty. That's a evil, sad sight to see. All right, poverty is like it's nothing that you ever want to experience in your life. All right. There's people in countries right now that are experiencing poverty. All right, so and it's even here. It's even in America. There's people everywhere, unfortunately, experiencing poverty, and that's evil. That's a bad thing for people to be experiencing poverty. But God put you here to live abundantly. All right, Matthew said it. All right, I have put you here I have came that you may have life and live it more abundantly. All right, that's what Jesus told Matthew. He wrote it down. All right, I have came so that you may have life and live it more abundantly. You're supposed to be living in abundance. All right, you're supposed to be living in abundance, abundance. All right, you're supposed to have so much bread up in here that it make you want to do a little dance. All right, that's how much bread you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a bun dance. You're supposed to have so much money that you're supposed to have a bun dance. Abundance, abundance. You're supposed to have, he who tills his land or she who tills her land shall have. I don't know why she tilling her land. You better get you a man, girl. He who tills his land. I know women today. I know you want to till it. Hey, here's the shovel, baby. All right. He or she who tills his or her land shall have plenty of bread. All right. He or she who tills his or her land shall have plenty of bread. He who or she who works on their mind will have plenty, like Meek Mill said before the allegations, plenty of money. All right, before he was doing, ooh, I don't know. When Meek Mill did that, I'm like, bro, that's the MA noise. If you know Young MA, all right, if you hip hop culture, you know Young MA, she went, I ain't gonna do it now. She made that noise, but I was like, yo, Meek, why you doing the ooh? I'll do it when I reference Meek, but I won't do it when I reference Young MA. Not me, not today. But yo, why was Meek Mill making that noise anyway? All right, but when we all was rocking with Meek, we still are, innocent until proven guilty. We still rocking with Meek. But anyway, yo, them reports was crazy though. Saying that you in bed with Diddy is crazy. All right, Usher too is crazy. But anyway, is that why he grabbing up on them ladies like that? Is he trying to make up for something? We don't know. We ain't trying to find out neither. But anyway, poverty is evil, y'all. All right, poverty is evil, and you like he or she who tills her land will have plenty money. All right, you'll have plenty money when he or she work. When you work on your mind, you're digging those ditches. When you work on your mind, you're setting up those neurological pathways for your thoughts to travel the route of prosperity. You got to let your thoughts be able to travel the routes of prosperity. All right. roots of rock or reggae. Okay, you gotta let them thoughts travel to roots of rock or reggae. Okay, they weren't playing they weren't playing money to not get paid. Now they were playing they were doing that to get paid. All right, they was putting a message out there, and that message was worth something. All right, just like this one. But yo, uh, poverty is a drag, y'all. You don't want to keep experiencing poverty. That's why the people who experience the most poverty, they end up becoming millionaires and billionaires. Man, I was walking around with one sandal. All right, I had half a pants. All right, I had drawers on, but I had half a pants. All right, I didn't even have the other half of the pants, and I had a belt on. And I had all I had was one shirt, and the neck wasn't even connected to the shirt. People like that, people like that, they end up becoming rich because they understand how hard it is to live that way. As soon as they find an opportunity or a way to make some money, even though it may not be the best way, they go out and get it. And that's why lack of money is the root of all evil, because people who don't have will do anything that they have to do until they can get it, even destroy their own community. But what's really wicked is people putting what's really evil is people putting in detrimental opportunities in certain communities for people to try to come up off the people in their own environment and destroy their own environment just so they may have life. Jesus didn't say, I come that you may destroy your own community so that you may have life. He said, I come that you may have life and live it more abundantly. There are people with money right now putting certain things in certain communities for people to be utterly destroyed, so that way they cannot have a chance to even make a way without having to destroy half their whole community. Half the whole community dead, you walking around with a chain on. Half the whole community destroyed, you walking around blinging and blinging. You bling bling, you walking around bling bling, and the whole community's jacked up. That's not right. All right, lack of money is the root of all evil. People would dare to say, well, he loved money. That's why he didn't know. He didn't have no damn money. So he had to do what he had to do. Or he had to do what he had to do. To like it was either that or starve. And if there's a need for something, no matter how evil it is, you're gonna tell me, man, yo, check the fridge still empty. Yeah, man. The milk carton still empty. Yeah, man. Cereal box empty. Yeah, man. Hey, brother. Come on, man. You already, man. Tell me, man. Shit. Tell me. People are doing what they gotta do, and it's all over the world. There's people that are in poverty all over the world, but there are people who are poor that don't know they're rich. I know thou art in poverty, but thou art rich. God knows, he said, he knows his people are in poverty. He knows there are people in poverty, but he said, thou art rich. Your art rich. Art rich. You have a gift, you have a talent, you have an artistry that can make you rich. And you're supposed to use that to live in abundance. You're supposed to use that to become abundant. Of course, unfortunately, they're due to certain circumstances and due to certain things that people have to go through. They may have to, and they may end up coming out of the mud. They may end up coming out of the hellfire. They may end up coming out of the depths of hell. All right. They may coming out of the depths of hell. You can't blame them just because they look good and they came out the depths of hell. Well, the opportunity was there and they didn't have anything else to do. All right. So in some cases, all right. So, but lack of money is the root of all evil. Lack of money is the root of all evil. If people don't know any better, God don't blame people for that. God's not, there's no punishment for that because they don't know any better. They're suffering. He said, I knows thou art in poverty, but thou art rich. And if they, and what's really evil is the stuff being put in somebody's community in the first place. That's what's really evil, because they put the temptation there. They created that temptation for them. That's what's really evil. Not the people, the temptation placers. But poverty is the root of evil, y'all. And lack of money is the root of evil. People who don't have it, they're gonna do whatever they need to do to get it. All right, you got people out here driving in other people's communities, going in people's communities, looking like they dipped in butter, looking like $1 million and stuff like that, and they just supposed to stay starving? No, That's not how things work. That's how the laws of nature work. When people don't have enough information, when you strip people of who they are, when people don't have enough knowledge of themselves, or just knowledge period, or when people don't have enough information to for a creation to occur, when people don't have enough when people don't have enough resources, when people don't have enough things to do better and to actually pull themselves up by their bootstraps, all right, they end up having to do things that may be, that may not be the most prettiest thing out there. And that's why lack of money is the root of all evil, because people who don't have it will do whatever they have to do to get it. All right. People who have money, they're not going through that. People who have money, they're passing it out to other people. They're blessing other people. All right. They have so much money. Look at that Trax NYC dude. He got so much money, he don't even know what to do with it. And that's an affirmation. I have so much money that I don't even know what to do with it. You have so much money that you don't even know what to do with it. I have come so that you may have life and live it more abundantly. John said that you are going to have great success. Shout out to John, okay? My brother John. What up, John? Doo, doo, doo. Dap it up, slap it up. John said that I have come. Well, no, Matthew said, Jesus told Matthew that I have come that you may have life abundantly. You may have more life and live it abundantly. All right. And John said, you shall have great success. Shout out to John. Okay. I love talk. I love me some success. John said that you will have great success. All right. You weren't put here to be broke. You weren't put here to be poor. All right. If anybody that says money is evil, you're wrong. Poverty is what's evil. All right, corrupt people are evil. You give money to somebody who's poor and in poverty, and they got a good heart. They're gonna do something good with it. All right, there's evil people who are poor that just can't wait to get some money to get their hands on and go destroy some things. Just like there's good people who are poor that can't wait to get their hands on some money and go make some do some angelic things, do some holy things, do some righteous things. All right. There's evil everywhere, y'all, and there's righteousness everywhere. It depends on the person. It depends on what's in the person's heart. All right, it depends on the individual. That's like saying guns are evil. That's like saying crowbars are evil. That's like saying hands, feet, elbows, shoulders, knees, and toes are evil. Somebody walking around just beating up on everybody, pow 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 pow. Is their hand evil, or is the person evil? Who's controlling the hand? That person. All right. Who is controlling what they do with the money when they get it? A person. So people everybody has their own outlook on it. Everybody has their own idea on it. If you want money in your life, you better not be calling it evil, because it's a currency. It's a currency. It's an energy. If you say, that's like saying peace is evil. If you say peace is evil, you won't have none of it. That's like saying love is evil. You say love is evil, you won't have any of it. That's like saying men are evil or women are evil. That's like saying people are evil, man. To the point to where, not where you're trying to, you know, edify people, or it's just like just saying it just to say it kind of thing. Like whatever you call out of people is what you're going to get. All right, whatever you say about something, that's what it's going to be for you. All right, if you say if you continue to call money evil, then hey, you're not going to be able to experience it how you want to, and you're only going to have those kind of experiences with it. You're going to have experiences where you lack it, and to where there's only evil to experience with it. All right. So it is what it is, man. Um, According to your belief, so be it unto you. You shall have whatever you say. All right. This came right out of Jesus' mouth. You shall have whatever you say. All right. I shall have whatever I say. And you watching this video are going to have whatever you say. So if you say money is evil, then hey, you're gonna be lacking it, and you won't be packing it. All right. If you say money is a good, amazing, incredible thing that God put here, he put money here for me and you. All right. He put this here for me and you. All right. Money is the answer to all things. People just want to leave that one right out. Money is the answer to all things. All right. Ecclesiastes, baby. All right. I believe that's the chapter for that. Ecclesiastes. All right. Money is the root. No, money is the answer to all things. Money is the answer to all things. All right. So come on now. I'm choosing which one I want. You know, they chose which one they want. Money, right? Hey, if that's what you choose, you shall have whatever you say. What I choose is money is the answer to all things. All right, you could look at the world. See, people look at the world and they look at the wickedness in high places and they see what people are doing. Those people are wicked. Those people are wicked. There's good people in high places too, but there's also wicked people in high places. And the wicked people are going to do wicked things. There's somebody right now that's a billionaire or a trillionaire that's a philanthropist. That person, that he doesn't have an evil thought in his mind to do with all that money. And God bless him. All right. When you see people like that are rich, you bless them because it opens up doors of opportunity for you to be that blessed equally. Equally. I know I'm that blessed, and I know you're that blessed watching this video. Blessings, just I haven't done this in a while. Let me just sprinkle some blessings just all over you. Finances, blessings, bank account, blessings, wallet, purse, pocket, shoe, pillowcase, underneath your mattress where it's all flattress. Blessing, all right? All types of blessings, all right? Just coming into your life. Financial, health-wise, all right? Mentally wise, just blessed all over, inside and out, abundantly. Abundance. All right, you're supposed to have so much money that you're supposed to be abundant. And I know you like how I broke that down. Abundance. I've been breaking it down for a while, and God saved it for this video because I didn't even know. I'm like, abundance. I've been saying that to myself for years, but look at God. For the sake of this video, you're supposed to have so much money in your life that you could do abundance. And what do they call bread? Money. What is another term for money? Bread. Okay, you got your abundance. You're supposed to be abundancing up in here. Okay, why you think all these little TikTokers and all them people is dancing? They getting paid for that stuff. All right, so anyway, you should make sure you're getting paid too, so you could do a little jig. Okay, but anyway, look here and listen. All right, don't call don't call something evil that you want to experience in your life. How you gonna call money evil, but you needed to pay your light bill? How you gonna call money evil, but you needed to put it in your gas tank? How you gonna call money evil, but you buying gifts for Christmas? And don't get me started on that. All right, that shit. You wanna call something evil? Look up the real meaning of Christmas. Saying you're gonna have a new foundation on what's evil and what's not. All these so-called holidays. Anyway, um, it just people wanna say what they want. A lot of people who call money evil are probably people that really don't have none of it, and they're looking at their experience and poverty the wrong way. Because I understand, because some people don't have money, they want to call it evil because if they don't have it and stuff like that, and they're upset and angry that they don't have it, and they may have been taught to look at it that way, and they don't know any other way to look at it. So all they can do, since they feel negatively about not having it, they are going to have a negative outlook on it. So they're going to call it something negative. They're going to call it something evil. The person who put them Bibles together and is selling them. Oh man. Laugh with me, chosen vessels. Listen to how we're laughing, chosen vessels. Yo, how you going? Yo, man, nobody, I don't want to be sold another, don't try to sell me another Bible, man. Don't, do not try to sell me another Bible. Hey, listen here, my brother. Listen here, brother in Christ. Uh, the lack of the money is the root of all evil, and I'm selling this King James Version Bible for $19.99. Here you go. What am I supposed to do with this? You just told me money is the root of all evil. $19.99. You just told me money is the root of all. $19.99. Shove this book right back at him. You just told me money is the $19.99. Damn. Here, sheesh, y'all. Whoa. All right, man. There you go. Dang. I didn't even need this, man. I'll support you. Damn. If you feel that strongly about it, you got my support. Okay? Sure, I'm gonna be waiting for you when the rapture come. All right now. Brother in Christ. How you gonna need to pay your car note? Money is the root of all evil. How you gonna need to pay your mortgage and money is the root of all evil? There's always been some form of trade and selling, all right? Whether it's gold, whether it's diamonds, whether it's puka shells, whether it's nuts, whether it's fruits, whether it's berries, all right? Like coming to America, he said, your hair has got some nuts and berries in it, all right? Whatever it may be, all right? Services, it's always been some type of form of trade. Even time is money. Energy, what is a currency? A current is energy. That's why they call money currency. All right, come on, man. God, this is there for a reason. All right, this is there for a reason, and we need to use it to its fullest capacity. Okay, so don't be fooled, y'all. Don't be fooled. Okay, don't be fooled. Poverty is evil and comes strictly from Satan himself. Okay, the devil. All right, and tell poverty to get behind you. All right, you don't want to associate. You don't want to associate yourself with poverty, and you don't have to associate yourself with it. A lot of people, because of where they live, they associate themselves with poverty. You could be wherever you want to be and associate yourself with wherever you want. It doesn't matter where you grew up. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what you see when you look outside. It doesn't matter the conditions that you're living in, the conditions your community is in. There are people who are in a $1 million home or $100,000 home or whatever $1,000 home right now, sitting on cardboard boxes with an empty refrigerator. And they don't even have money for gas to go nowhere. And they living in the nicest community that could possibly be. Think about that one. Think about that one. It's all about what you see for yourself. It's all about what your perception is. It's all about what you tell yourself, how you think. All right. In order to be a righteous person, righteousness is just right thinking. All right. You can't do good without thinking good. You can't be right without thinking right. They expect people to be right and do right, but they don't even try to teach you to think right. You got to use your mind. If religion ain't teaching you how to use your mind, what is it really teaching you? Just something to confuse you and just keep you coming back looking for answers because you ain't got none. we going in today. we going hard today. All right. Yeah, we going hard today. Yeah. Yeah. Big Drew Tube. Yeah. Standing on business. Drew Tube standing on business. All right. So, and you got to stand on business too. All right. You got to stand on business too. And you got to get your mind right about this whole financial thing. You're supposed to be having financial success. Oh yeah, you are supposed to be having financial success. Financial success belongs to you. Money in your bank account belongs to you. All right, money in your pocket belongs to you. Wealth belongs to you. Good health belongs to you. All right, so much money you're able to go belongs to you. All right, you deserve wealth. You deserve prosperity. You deserve financial success. You deserve financial freedom. You deserve what's it called? Financial literacy. Are you deserve all those things. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you. $5. All these things shall be added unto you. A paycheck, living check to check. All these things shall be added unto you. A salary. All these things shall be added unto you. Somebody put in the comments the other day, get a job and go get a salary. No, all these things shall be added unto you. You seek the kingdom of God and have all these things added unto you. You tell me what to do, I'm gonna tell you what to do. You do something so you could be something, and so that you could have something, and so you could create something and make the lives better for somebody else, so they ain't gotta stress and struggle. So we could pop that bubble of the stress and struggle. Okay, God put me here to pop the bubble of the stress and struggle. Okay, that's I'm on my purpose. What are you doing? Okay, we on our purpose over here, chosen vessels. We on our purpose. All right, we are here to pop that bubble of the stress and struggle. All right, do you feel me? Do you feel your main man, Drew Tube? All right. Okay, we gotta use our mind, all right, in a way to where that we could live life and have it more abundantly. All right, you got the mind of Christ in you. You got the mind of God in you. All right, you have a mind connected to infinite intelligence where every thought, idea, plan, invention, everything you could ever think of is just sitting around, floating around, just waiting for somebody to pull it on down. Do you feel me? Holla if you hear me. All right. So this is just a little talk I wanted to have. Okay, I got charged up. Okay, I got charged up, and I wanted to sprinkle some energy, 40 water it up, 40 water it down on my subscribers. Okay, I wanted to hit you with the good spell. All right, hit you with the gospel. All right, so there you go. Okay, all right. Just like they said in the Little Witches of Oz, the lady, she was like, my sister, she's a bad witch, but I'm a good witch. All right, you got to be good, baby. All right, and after you see this video and replay it a million times, you'll be good. You'll be able to have the consciousness of what you deserve. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. All right, we out.